Well, a guy can't shoot without a target to shoot for.
That's right.
So what we're going to do here, we're going to put a white piece.
Staple a white piece in the middle.
Alright.
We're going to up it down here. Put a plate in the middle.
Alright. You want a red plate? I got my doubt.
The paper, they flash. You don't think I'll be able to see that?
You? We'll see.
I'll be able to see that white anyway.
Yeah, there's some 300 yard. Okay. There's some 300 yard F-class targets down that shed if we have to have it.
This ought to be safe over here.
I hope if we can see. Steve, as you can see here, I had measured it off. We got a stake here. And I don't know what I'm looking at down there unless that's the table or a deer or something.
It's got to be that table. Have you seen one of them phone apps? It shows Google Earth right here, and you drop a peg here and go up there and drop a peg straight line to it. I'm going to get my phone. I thought that's my phone.
You might make me out a liar. I shot this with a laser thing. You know, I had to go several places.
Yeah.
But let's do that.
It'll be pretty close. I measured all around the house with it. You can even do acreage. You could like encircle the field and.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn this camera around. What Steve's fixing to do here is shoot a mile, and a mile is a long, long ways. My camera is not the best in the world, granted, but if you will look way down through there, you can see the table. Let's see. I'm looking at the table from here, where we're going to be shooting from. To the left, there are two telephone poles. I can't believe how that table's showing up in that sunlight. But let's see if I can get my finger around it. No, that's going to blur it. But what we're doing here, Steve Gilley is up here from down his home of Wagerville.
You're not looking dead into the sun. But
Sun's a little south of us, but we are basically shooting east.
see my rod cooking off that grass already.
We don't need that. We're here with Steve Gilley this morning. Steve's up from down below Jackson, Alabama. We're at, we're going to say we're on top of Reese Hill here in Marengo County, Alabama. It is Monday morning, March the 7th. We've got our target up a mile away. Steve's been hankering to shoot at something from a mile. He's put a lot of effort and research into this. It is approximately 7 o'clock a.m. I checked the temperature is about 48 degrees. There's no noticeable wind at this time. I checked my density altitude calculator before I left home. The number showed it was 1,022 feet below sea level. So I'm sure that's going to have a little drag on that bullet. But Steve's a good marksman. He's put a lot of effort into this, and so we know we're going to get that thing on paper. Steve, like I say, you've put a lot of effort into this. What gun are you shooting this morning?
I'm shooting a custom built 6.5 47 Lapua.
Yeah.
Built by Britt Jones. I'm going to try to run a 140 hybrid bullet out of it. I got two different loads. One with H4350. It's running a little slower than the other load that I got is running normal 203 beat powder in it, but I got a data for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
At 720. So I'm hoping that the phone out, it matches up at 2, 4, 6, 720 yards. I'm hoping it'll match up at this mile. So we've got a pretty good sized piece of cardboard. Hopefully we'll get on it to start with and then center on up. So we'll see here shortly.
Well, I know you had to make some special preparations with that rifle.
I did.
You said something about you had bought a special rail.
I did. I went from a 20-minute rail to a 40-minute base on here, and it's putting my scope high in the rear, low in the front, and I changed my 12 to 42 night force off of it because it didn't have enough dial up. So I had a 5.5 to 22 power on one of my hunting rifles, so I put it on here. It's got 100, 120 minutes of travel coming up.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So I needed, we're expecting to need about 77, 78 minutes of come up this morning, which is around 121 feet of drop at a mile.
Wow.
So with the rail and this scope, I'm able to get enough in my turrets to hold dead on. So,
and this bullet is a 6.5. You said a 140 hybrid?
It's a 140 Burger hybrid. BC of .612, I believe. That's pretty close. And I should be running about 28, 20 to 2850, somewhere right in that range.
That seems awful slow.
It is a little slow this first load, but it's consistent.
Okay. Okay. Well, what do we fix? We've got our target up. You got your setup here. I know we've got radios. I'm going to turn this camera around and kind of look up range, and then I'm going to probably go down range, and we'll get set up, and I'll get hidden, and we'll fire off a round. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe you can get a spotting scope off to the bushes inside of there somewhere and see my bullet holes and radio them back to me.
Okay.
Ten-4. What's the elevation look like?
You looking at me?
Yes, I am.
Are you looking at me?
That's the 10-4. I'm looking at you. I don't know if I'll be able to see your hand, but I can see you. Okay, are you saying right below the plate?
That bullet is 27.
You broke up on that. You said 27 inches.
It's 27 right, 19.5 from the middle of the plate.
10-4.
Look at the target. Y'all will be tickled with what you've done there. And you can always say you've done this.
Actually, I shot a mile, and it didn't do quite as well as I expected.
Yeah. Steve, I'm going to say that's conditions.
It could be. I mean, the wind is really...
I mean, what is that, a 6x8 backer we got?
yeah.
And we're, you know, it's jumping around, what, 4 and 5 MOA, 5 and 17, what, 85 inches?
Yeah.
Or something?
You're looking at 8 foot or so, almost 8 foot.
And the
Damn.
variance there from 8 to, you know, you were seeing a 2 and 3 foot variance jumping around there.
That's
can say we've done it.
We know what that light bullet does at a mile. It
That's
gets
right.
blown around.
That's right.
It'll jump.
This is a mile, Steve, from where y'all was shooting.
Yeah, it's a long ways.
If you recall your first load, you shot 2 different
I
loads.
did. I shot 2 loads of different powders.
On your first load, we missed the target with a bullet or 2.
We did.
I'm almost betting they were left, but we thought they were high. But your first hit is up here, and then your second, once we got on the car, we brought it, I don't forget how much, but it moved it. This was the 3rd, the 4th, and then we went back off the paper for some reason.
I don't understand.
You can look right in the center of that picture there, just as far as you can see. That's where Mr. Johnny Pace and Mr. Steve Gilley were shooting from. And Steve's been doing some research on his trajectory and all, and we're pretty confident that we were shooting a mile this morning. So we're going to try to make a video of this. Don't know how it'll turn out, but come see us at Race Bottom.